Hi, welcome back. We have the Master Choral of Saddleback Valley here with us, and they love to make music. We have conductor Charles Stevenson and Judge Jackie Brown with us. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hopefully I pronounced both your names correctly.
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic. So, Jackie, tell me a little bit about the history of the choral.
Well, the organization commenced many years ago in the 60s as a group to provide live music to the Pageant of the Arts out in Laguna Beach. The Pageant of the Masters, of course, is a live performance of painted works, but they wanted live music to accompany that, and this chorale began as a means of providing that.
Right.
The group of people stuck together because performing great music is probably one of the most creative and productive ways a person who's not completely devoted to performing arts can continue to participate throughout their life. And as Charles Stevenson says, we have gone through quite a few iterations of this group. At present, we're the Master Chorale of Saddleback Valley. We're a volunteer group. It's a community choir. And we practice out of St. Margaret's Church, Episcopal Church in San Juan Capistrano. But we draw upon people from all walks of life, from all age groups, from all backgrounds. And we have quite an array of musical abilities, but we all know how to read music, we all know how to sing, and by being together and performing great music, we keep that alive in our lives.
Now let's talk a little bit about the age group. What's the youngest and what's your oldest that you have with you?
Well, it depends upon the year. Certain years we've had is actually high school students singing with us, all the way through to our most prestigiously mature clientele of retired people. But right now, we don't have any of the very young. We have a few young adults, maybe in their late 20s, through the normal productive years of life, all the way up to late 70s. And we draw heavily upon our community of retired people because what we have found is a lot of people have done this as young people, singing with groups or by themselves, solo work, but they let it go by the wayside through their middle years, and now they've come back to it because they think, oh, I'm retired. I now can do what I want to do instead of what I have to do. And they come back to music.
And there's practices before performances and things like that, right?
We practice regularly every Wednesday evening from 7 to 9:30. And we sometimes have special rehearsals on a weekend, say just before a concert or something like this. But we regularly come together to make great music.
Sounds awesome.
It is.
Let's talk to you a little bit and find out what your background is as the conductor and also the artistic director.
Well, you know, I've been involved in music my entire life. My grandparents actually had an early radio talk show in Chicago. They would have music requests and they would sing. So my family's been active in music for as long as I can remember. I went on to major in vocal performance at Chapman College in Orange. And after college, I went and toured for a number of years as a singer, performer. Musical theater, opera, anything that we could think of that sounded like it would be fun. And eventually I decided that touring was a lot of work, and I thought it would be better for my married life to stay home.
So, and if you have children too.
And I had children. I have 3 daughters. So at that point I took on a position as a liturgical music director in Laguna Beach, and also began working with the chorale again. And I had performed with the chorale in the past. In 1973, I did my very first professional singing appearance with them, and came back after a number of years and continued working with them, and have been doing that for the last approximately 10 years or so.
Now you talked a little bit about some of the music that you've been exposed to. What kind of music is performed by the group?
We do a very eclectic collection of music. I do everything from Christmas music, the very secular Christmas music, Jingle Bells, Frosty the Snowman, all the way to
Hippopotamus.
the hippopotamus. I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas, a wonderful piece of music everyone enjoys. All the way to Brahms. We do this upcoming concert. We're doing some contemporary American composers and a Norwegian composer.
Okay.
So it's a very widespread folk music.
Right. Now let's talk a little bit about. Well, wait. Before we get to the concert, tell me. One of the questions was, who will accompany the choral? So when asking that, what am I asking? Who does accompany?
So typically in a rehearsal situation, we have a piano accompanist who plays with us. For our concerts, we run the range of piano to, in this upcoming program, it's an instrumental ensemble, a flute, harp, organ, string section, about 24 players. And the organist is a wonderful young lady named Alethea Teague. She's joining us for this program because one of the pieces features the organ. So.
Now, are those volunteers also?
No, some of them are volunteers and some are paid.
Okay.
And we reach out to some of the younger players in the local area just to bring them in and give them the experience of actually playing in a professional situation.
Okay, and then is there opportunity for people to have solo performances?
Yes, and in this particular program coming up, there are some smaller solo passages, but in most of our programs we feature a soloist from the chorale, and on some occasions we bring in professional soloists.
Okay, so let's talk about the event. It's March 25th. Why don't you?
Sunday.
On Palm Sunday. Okay, and tell me about it.
It's at 3 p.m.
Okay.
At Geneva Presbyterian Church, which is just half a block from where we are right now.
Good to know.
It's on El Toro Road, 24301 El Toro Road, in the sanctuary of that church.
Okay.
Geneva Presbyterian is a really beautiful sanctuary and a very contemporary design, and designed to be an uplifting environment, which is particularly fitting for the main piece of music that we're doing on that day, which is Dan Forrest's Requiem for the Living.
Okay.
Very stirring, very stunning music, and it has, in my opinion, I interpret it as being not only an expression of what the people who have lost someone or that they love, but what brings them back to looking up after this experience of grief. It's a very uplifting, very soul-promoting.
So you're going to have a lot of emotions when you hear the music, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Well, excellent. Now that's going to be March 25th at the Geneva Presbyterian Church, which is just down the road on El Toro Road. Excellent. And then I know you have a couple of other things going on. Excuse me. Tell me, if I wanted to audition for either this concert or a concert coming down the road, what do I have to do?
The audition process is actually very simple. It's a placement audition primarily. So what I have the singers do is come in before our first rehearsal and they'll sing for me. We do some simple exercises, pitch matching, some very simple things. I like to find out, are you a soprano or an alto? What's your comfortable singing range? And once we make that determination, we talk about the scheduling and the things that the chorale does. And that's really the bulk of the audition process.
So nerve-wracking in front of a lot of people, or just
Not
you?
in front of a lot of people, only in front of me.
I don't know if that's any consolation, right? I think that might be worse.
They only have to sing for me, and they have to listen to me play the piano, which is maybe a little bit of a stretch for them. So no, not nerve-wracking at all.
Okay.
We try to make it very comfortable.
All right, excellent. And then you have some other things coming up. Was it Rhapsody in Blues? Either one.
We have this great gala set for the last Sunday in June 24th, which is going to be entitled Rhapsody, but it's from American classic music.
Oh.
And I'll let you talk about our wonderful connection to the new composer.
This is an opportunity for Rhapsody in Blue. Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue did not have a text. He intended to write a text for the piece, but never did get to that point, and actually passed away before he could do that. A friend of the chorale, a young man from San Clemente, Dr. Michael Fennelly, has now set a text to the Rhapsody in Blue, and this will be the West Coast premiere of that work.
Great.
So it's going to be a marvelous concert. We're really looking forward to it. It's the 100th anniversary of Bernstein, so we'll be doing some Bernstein pieces, and we'll do some Copland pieces, and the Rhapsody in Blue, and it's going to be a marvelous program.
Fantastic, and that's in June, and then the concert that you have coming up is March 25th.
Yes.
So if anyone would like to go to that, you can go to their website, and also if you feel like giving your voice a try in front of our conductor, you can go to their website, which is masterchorale.sv, right? .org. And we'll be right back after this.